Welcome to NM's Arena. In this video, we are going to study how to solve simultaneous linear equations in two variables. Let us consider a question. Solve 4x plus 2y equal to 6 and 5x plus y is equal to 6. Let us take the first equation, that is 4x plus 2y is equal to 6, and the second one is 5x plus y is equal to 6. Now for eliminating one unknown value, we have to make their coefficient same. That is, if we want to eliminate x values, the coefficients of x, this 4, and the coefficient of x here is 5, this must be same. Or we can eliminate y when the coefficients of y are same. That is, this number and this number should be same. This is 2 and here it is 1. Similarly, the coefficients of x, here it is 4, here it is 5. So we can eliminate these unknown values, any of these unknown values, only if their coefficients are same. Let us try to make it same. For that purpose, we are considering the second equation. Let us make the coefficient of y as 2. So what we have to do is, we have to multiply this y into 2. So that we will get here 2y, and the first equation also 2y. So these two values get eliminated. So for multiplying y with 2, we have to multiply the whole equation with 2. So that will be our second equation. So this one is the first equation and this is our second equation. Let us try to do it. First equation is 4x plus 2y equal to 6, and the second equation will be this equation into 2, so that 10x plus 2y is equal to 12. That is, 5x into 2 is 10x, y into 2 is 2y, and 6 into 2 is 12. Now we have to consider either addition or subtraction. In this case, if it is addition, then it will be 2y plus 2y. That means 4y. On the other hand, if we subtract it, 2y minus 2y, then we can eliminate these values. So here in this question, we are taking the minus sign, or we are going to subtract the second equation from the first equation. On subtracting it, we get 4x minus 10x. That will be minus 6x, and 2y minus 2y, that is 0. 6 minus 12 is minus 6. So this sign, it can be either a plus sign or a minus sign. That is, either we can add these two equations or we can subtract these two equations based on the sign of the values that we have to eliminate. Here, both the values that we have to eliminate have got the positive signs. This 2y is positive and this 2y is positive. So we have to put a minus sign, or we have to subtract these two equations. On the other hand, if it was a positive sign for one value and negative sign for the other value, then we should add these two equations. Only then we can get it eliminated. Now in this case, we get minus 6x is equal to minus 6. So these negative signs can be ignored because both the sides there are negative signs. So that will be 6x is equal to 6. So x is equal to 6 divided by 6. Hence x is 1 here. Now we have to find the value of y. So any of these equations we can consider and substitute the value of x. Let us consider the second equation now. The second equation is 5x plus y is equal to 6. So instead of this x, we are inserting the value 1. 5 into 1 plus y is equal to 6. 5 into 1 is 5. So 5 plus y is equal to 6. So y is equal to 6 minus 5. 5 is taken to the other side. So y is equal to 6 minus 5. Hence y is equal to 1. So the solution of this problem is that x is equal to 1 and y is also equal to 1. And now coming to the next question, it is to solve 4x plus 3y is equal to 2x plus 7 and the second equation is 3x is equal to 3y plus 2x minus 1. First let us consider the first equation itself. Here there is a 4x and another 2x. So let us subtract this 2x from this 4x. So the equation will be 4x minus 2x plus 3y is equal to 7. That is 2x plus 3y is equal to 7. This is our first equation. Now coming to the second equation, here also there is 3x and 2x. So let us subtract this 2x from this 3x. So that is 3x minus 2x minus 3y is equal to minus 1. Hence x minus 3y is equal to minus 1. That is our second equation now. Now we can subtract one equation from the other one. 2x plus 3y is equal to 7, the first equation, and x minus 3y is equal to minus 1. We can either subtract or add. Here in this case, we can eliminate these two values. Here there is a plus 3y and here there is a minus 3y. In the previous question, we have done subtraction. We have subtracted the second equation from the first equation for eliminating these values. But in this case, if we are going to subtract, let us see what happens. If it was plus 3y minus minus 3y, minus 3y means it will become plus 3y. Then it will be plus 3y plus 3y. That is 6y. So it's not possible to eliminate these two values. So for the purpose of eliminating this, here in this question we have to put a plus sign or we have to add these two equations, unlike the previous question. There we were subtracting the second equation from the first equation, but here we are going to add. Let us see what happens when we add. 2x plus x is 3x and 3y plus minus 3y will be just 3y minus 3y, that is 0. So it is eliminated. 3x is equal to 6. So x is equal to 6 divided by 3. Hence x is equal to 2. So we got the value of x. Now we have to find the value of y by substituting in any of these equations. Let us consider the second equation itself. Second equation is x minus 3y is equal to minus 1. So this x value can be put in the place of this x. That is 2 minus 3y is equal to minus 1. So minus 3y is equal to minus 1 minus 2. That is this 2 is taken to the other side. Then minus 3y is equal to minus 3. Since both the side there are minus signs or the negative signs, we can eliminate it or we can ignore these signs and it will be 3y is equal to 3. So y is equal to 3 divided by 3. Hence y is equal to 1. So the solutions of these equations is that x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1. Now let us consider a different question. Here it is to solve y is equal to 3 into x plus 1 and the second equation is 4x is equal to y plus 1. Let us consider the first equation. Y is equal to 3 into x plus 1. So we have to multiply this 3 with this x plus 1. Hence we get y is equal to 3x plus 3. 3 into x is 3x and 3 into 1 is 3. So it is y is equal to 3x plus 3. Let us take this 3x to this side. So that minus 3x plus y is equal to 3. That is our first equation. Now the second equation. 4x is equal to y plus 1. This y can be taken to this side. So the equation will be 4x minus y is equal to 1. That is our second equation. Now, two values are there without any coefficients, plus y and minus y. Or we can say that their coefficients are same. The coefficient of this y is 1 and the coefficient of this y is also 1. So we can eliminate these two values. For that purpose, let us consider these two equations. And here we have to add the two equations instead of subtracting. The reason behind this is that if we move for subtracting the second equation from the first one, what happens? It will be y minus y. That means y plus y. Then we will get 2y. In that case, we were not able to eliminate these two values. So, for this question, we have to consider this addition. We have to add the first equation with the second equation. Now, let us see what happens. Minus 3x plus 4x will be x, and plus y plus minus y, that will be just like y minus y, and the answer is 0. Then 3 plus 1 is 4. Hence x is equal to 4. Now that we have got the x value, we have to find the y value. For finding the y value, we can take either the first equation or the second equation and substitute the x value with 4. Here we are considering the second equation. It is not compulsory that we have to take the second equation. We can even proceed by substituting the x is equal to 4 in the first equation. Now here 4 into x. Instead of this x, we can write 4 into 4. So that is 4 into 4 minus y is equal to 1. 4 into 4 is 16. So 16 minus y is equal to 1. And then 16 minus 1 is equal to y. So y is equal to 15. Hence, the solution of this problem is that x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 15. Now, let us consider another question. Here the problem is to solve 8x plus 7y is equal to 10, and the second equation is 11x is equal to 10 into 1 minus y. The first equation can be taken as such, 8x plus 7y is equal to 10. And in the case of second equation, we have to multiply this 10 into this 1 minus y. So we will get 11x is equal to 10 minus 10y. 10 into 1 is 10. 10 into minus y is minus 10y. And this minus 10y can be taken to the other side to make it in the same format. When minus 10y is taken to this side, that becomes plus 10y. So 11x plus 10y is equal to 10. Now we got two equations. The first equation and this is the second equation. Now let us see the coefficients of these unknown values. The coefficient of this y is 7 and the coefficient of this y is 10. So these are not same. So that cannot be eliminated. Now let us see the coefficients of x. The coefficient of x in the first equation is 8 and that of x in the second equation is 11. So that can also not be eliminated. Then we have to make it same. Either we have to make the coefficient of x same in both the equations or we have to make the coefficients of y same in both the equations. Let us consider x. We have to convert this 8 and this 11 into a same number. For that purpose, we have to multiply this 8 with 11 and we have to multiply this 11 with 8. For multiplying the 8 with 11, we have to multiply the whole equation with 11. And for multiplying this 11 with 8, we have to multiply the whole equation with 8. So the answer will be 11 into 8x is 88x, 11 into 7y is 77y, and 11 into 10 is 110, and then 8 into this equation will be 88x plus 80y is equal to 80. Now, the coefficient of x in the first equation is equal to the coefficient of x in the second equation. So, by subtracting this two values or the second value from the first value, we can eliminate these two values. So hence here we have to put the minus sign, or we have to subtract the second equation from the first equation. So we have to put the minus sign. Now let us see what happens when we are subtracting. 88x minus 88x will be 0, and 77y minus 80y will be minus 3y. 110 minus 80 will be 30. So y is equal to 30 divided by minus 3. Hence y is equal to minus 10. Now we can consider any of these two equations and substitute the value of y as minus 10. Let us take one of the equations. The first equation, 8x plus 7y is equal to 10. That is taken, and we can substitute the value of y here in the place of this y. So 8x plus 7 into minus 10 is equal to 10. That will be 8x minus 70 plus 7 into minus 10 will be minus 70. So 8x minus 70 is equal to 10, and then this 70 can be taken to the right hand side. Then it will be 8x is equal to 10 plus 70, that is 80. So 8x is equal to 80. So x is equal to 80 divided by 8. Hence x will be equal to 10. Thus the solution of this equation is that x is equal to 10 and y is equal to minus 10. And next, let us solve a different question. Here we are asked to solve x minus y divided by 2 is equal to y minus 1 divided by 3. And the second equation is 3x minus 4y divided by 5 is equal to x minus 10. Let us consider the first one. Here we have to cross multiply. This 3 can be taken here and multiplied with this 3 into x minus y, and this 2 can be taken here and multiplied with this y minus 1. So we get 3 into x minus y and 2 into y minus 1 here. And the second equation also can be done in a similar manner. This 5 can be taken here and multiplied with x minus 10. So we get 3x minus 4y is equal to 5 into x minus 10. Now let us consider the first one. 3 into x minus y can be written as 3x minus 3y is equal to 2 into y minus 1 is 2y minus 2. So 3x minus 3y is equal to 2y minus 2, and this y, or the coefficient of this y or this value, can be taken to this left hand side. So that will be 3x minus 3y minus 2y is equal to minus 2. So minus 3y minus 2y will be minus 5y. So 3x minus 5y is equal to minus 2. So that is our first equation. Now let us take the second one. 3x minus 4y is equal to 5 into x minus 10. 5 into x minus 10 will be 5x minus 50. So that will be 3x minus 4y is equal to 5x minus 50. And this x can be taken to this side. So that will be 3x minus 5x minus 4y is equal to minus 50. So 3x minus 5x will be minus 2x. And the other things are same. Minus 4y is equal to minus 50. Now all these coefficients are divisible by 2. So in order to simplify the calculations, we can divide it by 2. When everything, all the values can be divided by the same number, we can do it in order to simplify the calculation. Here all the coefficients are divisible by 2. So this minus 2x will be minus x, and minus 4y will be minus 2y, and this minus 50 will be minus 25. In the same manner, When there is minus sign everywhere, we can take it out and put a positive sign. Hence, this minus will become plus, this minus will become plus, and this minus will also become plus. The values will be x plus 2y is equal to 25. That is why dividing the whole thing by 2 and taking out all this minus sign and putting the plus sign in order to make the calculation more simpler or easier. So that is our second equation. And this equation has to be multiplied with 3 in order to make these x values same. This x, the corresponding value to this at x or the coefficient of that x is 3, and here the coefficient of the x is 1. In order to make it same, we have to multiply this x with 3. So in order to multiply the x with 3, we have to multiply the whole equation with 3. So we get 3x plus 6y is equal to 75. Now that becomes our second equation. Now let us take these equations together. 3x minus 5y is equal to minus 2. This is our first equation. And then the second equation, minus 3x plus 6y is equal to 75. Here we have to put the minus sign, or we have to subtract the second equation from the first equation, because both these values are having positive signs. So in order to eliminate these two values, we have to minus it. We have to subtract this 3x from this 3x. So we are considering a minus sign here, or we are going to subtract it in this particular question. Then we get 3x minus 3x is 0. Minus 5y minus 6y will be minus 11y. Minus 2 minus 75 will be minus 77. Hence y is equal to 77 divided by 11. Since both these values are having minus sign, we can take this minus sign off and make it positive. So y is equal to 77 divided by 11. Hence y is equal to 7. Now that we have got the value of y, we can easily find the value of x by substituting this value of y in any of these equations. Either we can consider these equations or this one or this one. Here we are taking the simplest one, that is x plus 2y is equal to 25. In order to make the calculation easier, we can consider the simplest one, x plus 2y is equal to 25. The value of y can be substituted in the place of this y. So x plus 2 into 7 is equal to 25. 2 into 7 is 14. So x plus 14 is equal to 25. This 14 can be taken to the right hand side and subtracted from 25. So x is equal to 25 minus 14. Therefore, x is equal to 11. So the solution of this problem is that x is equal to 11 and 7 is equal to y, or x is equal to 11 and y is equal to 7. Now that is how we solve simultaneous linear equations with two unknowns. This is the elimination method of solving the simultaneous linear equations with two unknowns. Thank you for watching this video. For more videos, subscribe the channel.